Now try not to cover up, and if you look in the front there, you see those little chips there?
Yeah.
The camera has to see those. So try not to cover that at all. Okay, now kind of tilt it up just a little bit. Tilt it up.
Oh, up.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Not that far down, a little bit. Right there. Okay.
I don't have any lipstick on.
Okay.
So Dennis, you're saying just her first name is fine. I feel like you're probably pretty well known at CA.
Yeah, I mean that's if
fine.
anything, it'll be for me editing wise, make sure I don't misspell it. So usually I have people to say their name and spell it for me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First and last, or just my first? Rebecca Schubert, REBECCA SCHUBERT. I was looking at the camera. Oops. And if there's anything you want me to say differently or, yeah, expand on, just let me know.
Yeah.
So think of this as just not really, you're not really reciting anything.
Yeah.
You're just asking a
Conversation,
question, and I might throw a question in there or something.
Okay,
so,
great.
This is really going to be something short.
Great.
So, you might be on, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Great.
Out of all the stuff.
Great. Wonderful.
Exactly. Less is more.
Super happy to hear that. Yeah.
So, okay.
We ready?
Anytime you're ready.
Okay. So tell us your name, your role on staff, and how you met Sammy.
My name is Rebecca. I am the CA Kids pastor, and I met Sammy 15 years ago when I was her Kids Hope mentor. She was a 6-year-old in first grade, and let me say that again.
That was good though.
I've got to decide where I'm going to look.
Going.
Great.
This is a natural conversation.
Great.
With
Sarah.
And so just keep going. I mean, you naturally, when you speak, you might stumble over words too. Just keep
That's
going.
fine. Okay, great. My name's Rebecca. I'm the CA Kids pastor, and I met Sammy 15 years ago. She was 6 years old in first grade, and she was my mentee, and I was her mentor in Kids Hope.
Perfect. Yay. And how have you seen Sammy grow and change over the years?
Well, I, of course, saw her grow. I was with her in Kids Hope for 6 years, and then saw her grow in the natural ways that someone does from the time they're in first grade to sixth grade. But getting to reconnect with her recently has been such a gift to see the ways that she has grown. We had coffee a couple of weeks ago, and as I sat and I listened to her talk, I just kept getting glimpses of that little girl that I would sit with on Thursday afternoons at Eagle Rock Elementary. She was joyful and kind and spunky, and she still is, and yet I just saw those things have grown in her. Such a gift to see that who she has become, again, joyful and caring, and how that's led her to what she's doing today, being a caretaker for the elderly. It's just such a gift. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I feel like this question is more about like the ins and outs of the contact that you've had with one another.
Yeah.
So I think just saying, I was her mentor for 5 years, and then we fell out of touch and changed schools.
Great.
Or however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And then just sort of like reconnecting.
Great.
How did you come to kind of this moment of connection?
Yeah. Well, Sammy and I were in Kids Hope together for 6 years. I mentored her. She actually, during that time too, she started coming to 345. So I got to see her in the week at Kids Hope, and then I also got to see her at CA Kids on the weekend. About the time that she got to middle school, though, that was kind of when we lost touch with each other until in 2023, I was going to do a Target pickup. And for some reason, the 2 Targets that were closest to my house didn't have the item. And so I went to the Target in Pasadena. And as I was watching this young woman walk out to the car, I think it happened in the exact same time we realized who each other were. And I saw that it was her. And now she was this 20-year-old young woman. I hadn't seen her since she was probably 12 or 13, but I immediately knew that she was there. I got her phone number, definitely we planned to get together, texted a bit, and I was just really looking forward to getting to connect with her and catch up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I would love to hear, her Aunt Susie came and found you.
Yeah.
Like the fires happened
Yeah.
early in January.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just kind of talk about like reconnecting, or like her aunt coming to you, knowing she could find you in kids' church. Because I feel like that's part of this story of like, people know where to find us when there is a need.
Yeah.
And then you having her number.
Yeah.
So that we could then connecting her with Kids Hope
Totally.
and that network
Yeah.
is really that another piece of the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
So however you want to say that.
Okay.
Just like.
Can I say the CJ thing? I might say the CJ thing before that. Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be great to have it.
Totally.
And it might get cut, but yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Well, so Sammy and I saw each other in 2023 and we weren't able to actually get together. And then in late fall of 2024, I was at Vaughn's and the young man who was helping me, I just thought, is it possible that you are Sammy's little brother? He looked like a grown-up version of him. So I just decided I'm going to ask. So I asked if it was him, and it was. We talked a little bit. I made sure that I had Sammy's number, and my plan was then to reconnect with her after the holidays because everything's so busy at that time. Then January 2025 came, and the fires. And after one of the services, Sammy's aunt came up to me at CA Kids and let me know that the family had lost their home in the fire. I immediately reached out to Sammy just to connect with her, see how she was, see what she needed, but also reached out to Sarah and let her know. Sarah was able to, Sarah just jumped in immediately, just gathering resources and people and help to support the family, to figure out ways to get them housed, which ultimately she was able to get temporary housing for them, for someone that went to CA. And then it was a couple weeks after, shortly after they got in that temporary housing, I was able to go and see Sammy and really get to connect with her more than we could in the Target parking lot, but really, get to sit with her, be with her, hear more about who she is today. So much had changed, but also be able to be with her in the midst of the loss and what they were experiencing. Yeah, to be able to reconnect around that. Of course, I wish that wasn't what brought us back together, and yet I feel so grateful that we were able to connect and we were able to then support the family in the ways that were needed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And then what has it been like to watch Sammy step in as a mentor?
Oh my gosh. I feel so grateful. I get to be Sammy's prayer partner, which is just such a beautiful full circle moment. I never would have thought, 15 years ago when we were sitting there, that we'd be here today, but I am not surprised at her desire. I'm not surprised that this is something that she wants to do. I think that she has always been such a caring person that looks different as an 8-year-old than it does as a 20-year-old. But the fact that that's what she wants to do, that she wanted to come back to the school that she grew up in, and that she wanted to be a mentor, that she wanted to invest, that she wanted to give back. It is just such a joy to see that and to get to witness it and to pray for her, to be partnered with her and be able to support her as she mentors.
Yay. So beautiful. Let's see. This is more of like a volunteer question, which I probably am going to cover more in the pop-up, but we'll just capture it.
Yeah.
Even though you work with kids
Yeah.
at CA Kids throughout the week, why
Yeah.
did you decide to be a mentor? What was it about the ministry that sort of pulled at your heartstrings, or decided like, yeah, this is something I can do?
Yeah. It felt like such a tangible way, and actually, to be totally honest, it felt like such an easy and tangible way to get to.
Let's start again. Say Kids Hope. You know, people not.
Yep, thank you.
So Kids Hope just felt
Yep,
like it.
that's great. Kids Hope felt like such a tangible way to invest in the community. It, to be honest, felt like such an easy thing to do. I think that with our, I know, sorry, one second.
Yeah.
You know, in this day and age, we have so much access to information and sadness and loss and the state of our world. And I think that the reality is that it can often feel overwhelming to know what do I do? What can I do? And I just felt like Kids Hope was what I can do. An afternoon is what I can do. And one of the other things that felt really great, one of the other things that I was glad about too was that the time I first got involved, I was the 345 pastor. And so it felt like such a great opportunity to build relationship at the school. If at some point kids came to CA Kids, that I would be able to be a familiar face for them, that there would be a bridge between the community, between the school and the church. Just felt like it could all happen in a really beautiful way through Kids Hope.
Bridge. That's what we're going for. So good. This is going backwards a little bit to your mentoring days, but is there a quintessential Sammy moment or just something that stands out from the time you're mentoring? Because I know she is that same spunky kid, but share with us just something that you remember from your days as Sammy's mentor.
One of my most vivid memories is actually each week when we would walk from the classroom, her classroom, and I'd pick her up through the yard to Kids Hope. It started from when she was very young. Our entire time we were walking across that play yard, all of these kids running over to Sammy, saying hi to her, calling out from whatever they were doing, "Hi, Sammy, hi, Sammy." And it was younger kids, it was older kids. There was something about her that drew people to her. I believe there was something really special about actually the way that she saw people, the way that she made people feel, that even as a kid, I don't think she was aware that that's what she was doing, but people felt cared for by her. And so as this little one is walking across the yard, they want to see her. They want to say hi. They want to connect with her. It was one of my favorite moments, was just walking across every week with her.
With the little superstar.
I know you said something on your notes to me about how the family used to go down to
Skid Row.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you say
that as well,
great?
but
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the last thing I want to kind of tease out is, and I didn't do this in my interview, so
Yeah.
but just this idea that there is this mutuality that you sewed into Sammy and now she's sewing into someone else, and whatever language you want to put around that.
Yeah.
I think you said full circle, which captures that in a way.
Yeah.
But just to know this ministry isn't just one-sided, that you were blessed as you served, but also to watch her now serve is an extension of your investment years ago. I mean, that's a very messy way.
Yeah. I'll try and think of,
I'm trying to think of how I could ask that just as a question. Maybe it's just, how have you seen the mutuality of your Kids Hope relationship play out?
I think one of the things that I think is really beautiful about Kids Hope is, of course, what happens in that room, in that mentoring room, the fact that I got to spend those 6 years with Sammy. And I feel like I got so much more than I ever gave. I mean, getting to be with her and experience that time was such a gift. But it didn't end there. It didn't end at those 6 years. Now she is a mentor. Now she is investing in another little one. Now she's experiencing the joy of that relationship. I get to, again, in a different way as her prayer partner, I get to experience the joy and the gift of Kids Hope. It's beautiful. It really is.
I think that was perfect. Is there anything, Dennis, that you want to add or tease out?
And how do you get a sense of how Kids Hope has impacted her life when you guys talked, and how did that make you feel to be a part of that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My question. So maybe I've had a chance to reconnect with her just
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and just kind of see where she is in her family with the fire, and it's really blessed me to know that I was able to play a small part in, something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So she conveyed to me that she was very grateful not only to CA, but also thankful to God for, and that's kind of a feel I wanted to,
About the fires
yeah,
or
'cause
about
right now it seems like you had it. Yeah, well, about this year.
or about
This year, breaking her through
this year.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because right now the story is like, okay, you met her brother, and then you kind of reconnected her, but
Yeah.
then that was a year ago. But I'm sorry, when I'm interested, what does that relationship look like now, or
Yeah.
did you have a chance to reconnect, and how did that make you feel in that reconnection? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But since that time was when she signed up to be a
Exactly.
yeah.
So now you
yeah.
have kind of a regular connection point
Yeah.
through Kids Hope again, but
Yeah, totally.
you're in the support role and she's in the serving role
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. Okay, maybe just start. So, have you had a chance to reconnect with her lately, and how did that go?
I had the chance to reconnect with Sammy. We texted ever since January. We were texting, obviously, just trying to keep up with how the family's doing, make sure that they had the things that they needed. And during that time was when Sammy, in the midst of that loss, in the midst of what they were experiencing, who Sammy is, I saw that expressed in the ways that what she wanted to do in response to that was become a Kids Hope mentor. That drew her back. That motivated her, that inspired her to step into this way of serving, which I feel like is just such a beautiful reflection of who she is in the midst of her tragedy. She took that opportunity to care well and to care in new ways for people. And we actually got together a couple of weeks ago after one of her mentoring sessions. Now, as her prayer partner, I am thinking about her and praying for her, but to get to actually sit around the corner from Eagle Rock Elementary after she had been with her student, to get to connect with her about that, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
So, how did it make you feel?
How did it make me feel?
How did it
Yeah.
make you feel to be a part of
Yeah.
of helping her in such a tangible way this year?
Gotcha. I felt really grateful to be able to be just a small part of supporting her, a small part of being a person that she could, if she needed to, come to, a small part of encouraging her in her what she's doing in her life. We actually even ran into each other at Target again. It feels wonderful to be reconnected with her again, and I look forward to just what the future holds too. I feel like this is not all, but that there is more, and I'm looking forward to all that the Lord will do in her, through her, and in me and through me as we stay connected.
So, if you had someone who's looking to be a volunteer at Kids Hope,
Yeah.
and what would you tell them about? Because I think what makes Kids Hope different, say, from any other after-school program, that you guys look to really affect kids' lives long term.
Yeah.
Be a part of their community.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell someone who's just kind of like a volunteer and kind of express, what you get out of it? Like, why you? I know you talked a little bit about that earlier, but why you?
Yeah.
And why is it different?
Yeah.
Understand what I'm
Yeah.
kind of going for?
I think one of the things about reconnecting with Sammy after all of these years is I have had the chance to, wait, how do I say this? Sorry, let me start again.
Wrinkle in your sweater.
Oh, thank you. Is that better?
From leaning forward. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let me just think about how I want to.
Maybe from the point of, let's go from what makes Kids Hope different from any other like after school program.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just after school. You
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, when Sammy and I were meeting, we did math and practiced for spelling tests and did tutoring. And I think that one of the things I've been especially reminded of all these years later is the bigger picture, things that I never would have imagined. And yet God knew what Sammy was going to need. God knew how we would be able to support her. There is so much more going on in Kids Hope than that hour of mentoring, which is important and which is good. But I think a lot of Kids Hope is trusting that unseen work that the Lord is doing that we may never see, but our yes, my yes to Kids Hope is saying yes to all that God has. And yes, thankfully we will get to see some of it, but we also just trust and know that there is even more that we don't know, and we can, and I feel really grateful for that. Is that? I feel like I'm not giving you what you want, and I don't mean, I'm not trying to be difficult.
What you get out of it. That's
What I get out of
what
it.
do you get out of it? I mean, you understand, yes.
I
you
do.
understand Sammy out of it, but it's like, how did this impact you? Did it impact you to make you, what did it make you feel like to really say, hey, I'm impacting someone's life in a real way? You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like just giving money to a charity, right?
Yeah, totally.
You're actually changing someone's life. How did that make you feel, or to be a part of something like that?
Yeah. How does that make me feel?
You already thought about that.
Drop from the head.
I know.
Drop in there for a moment. I feel like you were sort of alluding to it in this idea that, like, all these years later, seeing how God was like planting those seeds. But I feel like I didn't realize
Yeah.
15 years ago what God was up to.
Yeah.
And it just feels like, oh yeah, like God's still at work
Yeah.
in your relationship, even though
Yeah.
you don't have this meeting weekly.
Yeah. But I feel like what you're asking me for is more of like, how it felt to me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, did it stir something in you? It's like, did you feel like you were privileged to be a part of, God really changing someone's lives? Because I guess my reason I'm asking this
Yeah.
is like the purpose of, I want people to see this video and say, and not just go away, oh, that's nice, but it's like, what do you get out of it for being part of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can see what the kids or the families being affected, but
Yeah.
it also affects you
Totally.
as the volunteer.
Yeah.
So it's a way God's doing things on both sides.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm looking for. What is it? What did God show you or reveal to you, or is the kind of emotion attached to? This is something that because not everyone has that opportunity to see, how you affect, outside of their immediate family, how you affect someone you've known for years, and then that you can directly kind of affect them
Yeah.
in a real way. But
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult.
no. Just describe the feeling when you met her, and just as she was describing what she went through for the past year. Did it make you feel
Yeah.
happy, or you were proud about
Oh, gotcha.
how
Yeah.
you know, in a small way, I guess in a small way, were able to really kind of speak into her life and be there for them? Did that make you feel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think you could say, like, I felt nervous, even though I'm a kid person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who is this? I was imagining an older boy.
Yeah,
Sarah
yeah.
matched me with this little
Yeah,
girl.
totally.
So I was nervous. I was excited.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the time with her.
Yeah.
And then to see her come full circle.
Yeah.
You know, those like the face chart feeling words.
Yeah. I think you might go into Kids Hope thinking about what you're going to offer and not realizing what a profound gift it's going to be for you. In my first conversation with Sarah I had a thought that I was going to be partnered with an older boy that might cause might be a little bit more complicated, and she'd have a tougher time finding a mentor. And then I was paired with a first grade little girl who was so full of joy. And each week when I left her, I feel like I had a piece of that joy. It wasn't always easy. We had our moments, and yet I didn't expect what I would receive from that time with her, and that it would still continue. We had a break in time when we didn't see each other, when we lost contact, we weren't connected, and now another opportunity to reconnect with her, to sit with her. When I was sitting having coffee, I just was looking at her, feeling really overwhelmed with gratefulness and thankfulness that this relationship that started all those years ago, who would have thought that here is where we would be? Yeah, I feel really, really grateful for what started, for those seeds that were planted, and now to be in this season feels like such a profound gift.
Yes.
Okay. That's what you wanted. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
While we have everything set up, I would like to do a clip that we might use for next year as well.
Oh, yeah,
Just
absolutely.
around the question of legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So this won't necessarily be part of the Sammy.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's actually a continuation of what you were just sharing of
Yeah.
just like big picture thinking about legacy and things
Yeah.
that you have invested your time in.
Yeah.
What has it been like? And I feel like for me, I would say, like, as a single person who
Yeah.
doesn't have children, it's been so meaningful for me to have these relationships with kids. Now, you don't have to say that,
Yeah.
but that's kind of what I'm trying to, like, elucidate or just say that there are so many ways that legacy can be seen.
Yeah.
And Sammy becoming a mentor is part of your legacy
Yeah.
here at CA.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
And however you want to say that, this will be for
Yeah.
another video in a year, but I just felt like let's capture that in case we can use it as part of our legacy video
Yeah.
at the 20-year mark.
Yeah. Well, let me say something, and then you just tell me if this is not what you're...
Okay.
Yeah. I do feel grateful that legacy doesn't have to look one way. And as a single woman without children, it doesn't look like perhaps what a typical way that you would imagine of passing on to your own biological children. But I feel so grateful that through Kids Hope, I do get to invest in, I got to invest in Sammy, that continues, that a piece of me that I gave to her in those moments that we spent together, that goes on, that continues. This is a way for me to, what am I trying to, and that also, that's legacy. Is that fine? What do you want me to
It
say
is.
more?
I think just kind of tightening it up and,
Yeah, please.
and saying something about like the fact that I could mentor her and now she's mentoring someone
Great,
else
great.
passes on that legacy. Or
Great.
something.
Can I just say
Yeah,
that?
totally.
The fact that I mentored her and now here she is mentoring someone else, passing on that legacy.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you, Brent.
You're welcome.
2 different videos. Anything else we